Trust yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta trust yourself. If you do, if you already do, then that's great. Hashtag trust the process. Clap your hands, everybody. Philadelphia 76ers. Trust the process. I'm from outside of Philly myself, so that speaks to me. Joel Embiid, you gotta stay healthy though. You gotta trust the process. You gotta trust yourself in life. To really find success in life and to make peace with yourself in life, you have to trust yourself. If you don't, that's also okay. We're gonna talk about how we can fix that so you do trust yourself. Why? Because I had to just go through this. I just had to go through this in the last year, maybe 2 years, figuring out how do I really trust myself, the decisions that I make. At the end of the day, and why this is so important, is if you don't trust yourself, that means you have to trust in others. That means you look to other people to make decisions for you, for your life. Here's the problem with that. Other people, they're not you. Your life is your life. Your life is not their life, and their life is not yours. So we need to learn and understand how to trust ourselves. Unless 99% of people, they're not Phil Jackson. Unless you got the shaman god on your side and you're on the Lakers or the Bulls or the Patroons, the Albany Patroons, he coached them too beforehand. Unless you got Phil Jackson on your side, and 99% of us don't, then we can't really put that trust in other people. We really, spiritually, we need to believe in ourselves. We need to trust in ourselves. Here are the steps to trusting in yourself. This is how I see it. Take it or leave it. But this is what I think. This is how you can learn to grow and trust yourself. Is you need to really accept failure. And a lot of the times when I wasn't trusting in myself, it stemmed from a really deep-seated place of being afraid to fail. And if you're afraid to fail, you can't make any decisions. You really can't. So here are the steps. I want you to take a piece of paper out and list all the things down that you will lose if you continue to not trust yourself. Maybe this means living in a certain part of town or a certain city. You'll just keep living there. Maybe you'll keep working the same job if you don't trust yourself and you just trust your parents or your friends. Maybe you'll keep not playing that instrument. List them all out. Make it as long of a list as you can, like you're writing to Santa Claus. And then look at it and really take it in and go, wow, if I keep not trusting myself and making decisions for myself, then this is what's going to happen. This is what will continue to happen. Let it sink in. Second step, next to it, same piece of paper, list all the things that you stand to gain by listening to yourself and trusting in yourself. Wow, that means I can start playing guitar. I can become a guitar god, John Mayer. Every girl will love me. My girl will love me even more. Tom Misch, guitar god. Yusuf Days, drum god. Whatever it is you want to do. Write those things down. And you got to put it down. These are the things you stand to gain. I get to live in a townhouse or whatever in the East Village, where I am now. Wow. I get to work this job. I get to be a comedian. I get to be CEO of myself, whatever you want to do. List all the things you stand to gain if you trust yourself. Look at both those lists. Again, make it as long as you can. Really take it in and go, oh my God. This contrast is so wide, I have to. I have to start trusting in myself. The third step, after you do those two things, is you need to really accept that making mistakes is a part of life, and it's a part of success. It's a very necessary part of success. Luckily, as a comedian, you learn this very early on, but sometimes you only do it on stage and you don't translate it to other parts of life. That was my mistake. It took me a long time to go, wow, for me to make a joke funny, it needs to fail a lot. You need to tell them in public a lot, over and over and over again. The idea is funny, the way you say it to others isn't. That's the art of it, figuring that out. But in life, it's the same thing. If you have a thought and a vision in your head and you see it with clarity, to bring it to life, you need to make mistakes. It's part of the cost of success. The last step after doing that is accepting responsibility. Accept responsibility for the decisions that you make and who you are. I can't say which step is the most important. I think they're all very important. Probably the last two are. The first two help you get there. But accept responsibility for those decisions, and again, it really will free you. Some of the costs of trusting myself, the gains have been unfathomable. A lot of peace and clarity in my life. The costs, I'm maybe not as agreeable, but that's because I have a vision. And I think for you too, you'll see, maybe you're not as agreeable. Maybe you won't go out as much to the clubs, or you're not gonna get the dinner, or you're not gonna go out on Friday. You're like, no man, I need to lock in. I need to get this done. No, I can't spend time going to this open mic. I gotta work on this video. I gotta step outside when it's snowing. Make this. But taking that agreeability away, it's okay. Your friends will respect you, your family will respect you, people will respect you, and they'll understand. Steven, whoever you are, you're locked in. You're making the changes in your life to trust yourself. You're building confidence in yourself. If you agree to everything, you're letting people make decisions for you in your life. People are making decisions for your life. We cannot have that. We need you. I want you to trust yourself. I want you to guide your own life. However you do it, this is how I share it, how I think about doing it. Trust in yourself. Believe in yourself. Be accountable. Follow your dreams. Go do it. I love you.